Hey, it's the movie and film DJ, and today we're recapping a movie called Sugar Hill. But ain't nothing sweet about this film. It's starring the young Wesley Snipes as Rome, a streetwise kid from Harlem. Good with the ladies, but still about his business. He's cool, calm, and collect, but if you step to him, he's still gonna show you what he's all about. Unlike his brother Mello. See, Mello's a live wire, never thinks before he acts, which isn't always good in their line of business. As a youngster, Rome ends up going to work for Gus, a local mob boss that owns a bagel shop that covers for, let's say, illegal activities. Through this relationship, when Rome gets older, Gus gives Rome a block in Harlem to work, which usually doesn't happen between black and Italians. At a certain point, Gus gets approached by another mob boss and is told they're going to have a new guy come help work those blocks in Harlem with Rome and Mello. Obviously, they're not feeling it and have a talk about it. He also reaches out to his main man, Goggles, which is his right-hand man, number one in command in the crew, and also his best friend. At this point, Rome's got a lot on his plate because he's also trying to court a female he met earlier at a club. See, the thing is, she doesn't know he's a drug dealer. She just thinks he's a smooth-talking businessman, but she'll soon find out he's no Romeo. But see, Rome's got bigger fish to fry because see, Lolly, the guy from the other crew that was gonna come help work those blocks in Harlem, has picked up Goggles. They torture him. They set him on fire. Pay back for the fact that Mello and Rome wasn't feeling the fact that he wanted to work with them. Mello finds out and lets Rome know they found Goggles hung up in Harlem, burnt up. Rome, obviously being upset, Goggles was just more than a right-hand man, but his best friend. And this is where his sweetheart realizes that he's no Romeo. She sees the brutality of the game that he's really in and is horrified. Rome, feeling like things are getting out of control, decides to go have a sit-down with Gus to see if they can come to some sort of understanding. But Gus is feeling helpless because this came from a higher boss and he can't do anything. So now Rome has to figure out what he's gonna do next, and decides to roll up on the crew to see if they have any insight or can kind of help him figure out what to do next. Obviously, Mello, wanting blood, and all about action. But see, Rome know cooler heads will prevail, so he decides to roll up on Lolly at his boxing gym on his turf. Lolly, feeling comfortable, decides to play Rome and act like he may do something to him right then and there and pulls out a gun. But see, Too Smooth Rome lets him know, hey, you see that guy on the heavy bag? He's with me. The guy reading the newspaper? He's with me. The guy in the hoodie? He's with me. So Lolly thinks twice, obviously. Here's where some of Rome's crew grabs one of the guys that helped torture Goggles, that works for Lolly. They take him down to a remote place in Harlem, and let's say do some bad things to him. Mello, feeling like he's done enough, lets Rome know they got one of Lolly's guys down there and to come finish the job. Rome, not being happy about it, still has to do what he has to do. Mello, knowing once they find one of Lolly's guys dead, it's gonna be all-out war. So he decides to go to the bagel shop to check their temperature, and as he's leaving, he can see in a reflection Lolly pointing his fingers like a gun. He realizes at this point it's gonna be them or him. He pretends to go outside like he's leaving, but he has a plan. He comes back in and asks for a cannoli, but instead lets them all have it. Lolly, the bodyguard, and Gus. Mello ends up running outside and telling Rome what happened, as Rome is trying to get out of town with his girl. As his girl is telling him to go, Rome thinks Mello's gonna go after his girl and they start fighting over the gun, and Mello accidentally shoots Rome. His girl then runs over and tells Mello to get away from him, and Mello walks away and kills himself. Rome ends up surviving and gets out the game and moving away for family life, and realizing it was much more important than anything in the game.